The story of the United States began after Christopher Columbus reached the Americas in 1492. Spain quickly established colonies across much of Americas, seeing the wealth and opportunities in the New World. England, France, and other European countries also began claiming lands. In the early 1600s, England founded colonies along the eastern coast of North America. These colonies grew crops such as tobacco, which became highly profitable. To work on plantations, many landowners relied on enslaved Africans. Over the next century, hundreds of thousands of Africans were forcibly brought to the colonies. By 1732, Britain had established 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast. Although each colony had its own government, they were all under British rule. At the same time, France controlled a vast territory in North America, especially in the region known as New France. During the French and Indian War from 1754 to 1763, Britain and its American colonists fought against France and its Native American allies. Britain won the war and gained much of France's land in the North America. However, the war left Britain with a huge debt. To help pay for it, British government imposed new taxes on the American colonies. Many colonists believed these taxes were unfair because they had no representatives in the British Parliament. They protested with the slogan, "No taxation without representation." Resistance grew strongest in Boston, Massachusetts. In 1765, colonists protested the new taxes, and over the next several years, tensions continued to rise. Events such as the Boston Massacre in 1770 and Boston Tea Party in 1773 pushed Britain and colonies closer to war. In April 1775, fighting broke out at Lexington and Concord, making the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. George Washington led the Army of Colonists. In January 1776, Thomas Paine published a pamphlet called Common Sense. It argued that the colonies should become independent from Britain and its king. The pamphlet became enormously popular and inspired many colonies to support independence. Representatives from 13 colonies met in Philadelphia. They asked Thomas Jefferson of Virginia to write the first draft of declaration explaining why the colonies should separate from Britain. On July 4, 1776, the representatives adopted the Declaration of Independence, officially declaring that the 13 colonies were now the United States of America. Britain responded by sending thousands of troops to fight the rebellion, especially in New York. The Americans received crucial military and financial support from France and later support from Spain and the Dutch Republic. Under George Washington's leadership, the Continental Army fought for several years. In 1781, American and French forces defeated the British at the Battle of Yorktown, where British General Charles Cornwallis surrendered. This victory effectively ended the war, although the peace treaty was signed in 1783. In 1789, George Washington was elected as the first president of United States, helping establish the new nation's government. From these beginnings, the United States continued to grow into one of the world's most influential countries.